Part 3, How I Met Muska Bubble. We were just getting done saying how Muska Bubble would use paper towels or tissues until they dissolved in his hand. He'd never throw anything away. Let's get back to the fast-paced action.
What did the little kid say when he'd save all the tissues?
We were little kids. We didn't know any better. It was a different world. We didn't have wet wipes. If your face was dirty, he'd spit on a tissue and wipe your face. We didn't have dialed dish soap that disinfects 99% of the germs. He'd get an old paper towel and wipe a plate or a cup, and that was good enough.
How in the world did your mother let you go there if it was like that?
Like I said, it was the way things were. It was a different world, and anyway, he'd make a joke out of it. Like when his ears got clogged with earwax, he'd take the top of a pan or one of those little wooden sticks you use to stir coffee, stick it in his ear and pull out this large wad of yellow wax. And then in his broken accent, he'd say, "Earwax or honey?" Then he'd chase you around the store, trying to get you to smell it, to tell which one it was.
Michael, that's just too much.
You telling me? You think that's bad? You should hear about his toilet habits.
Michael, please, no, just...
Look, Muska had code names for everything.
Code names like what?
Well, the usual ones, BM for taking a crap, or number 1 or 2 for PP or duty. But when a little kid would be walking around smelling because they didn't wipe, he'd say, smells like some DOT.
DOT, what's that?
Come on, get with it. Dirt on the tracks. And then he'd make them go to the bathroom, but he'd say, make sure you don't get CF when you vape.
CF, do I want to know what that is?
Come on, chocolate finger. You know, when the toilet paper splits and you wind up, Michael, would you stop? Look, Muska was the quintessential 10-year-old boy in the form of a 500-year-old Moses. He had more duty songs than you could ever imagine.
Duty songs?
Yeah, duty songs. Want to hear one? Michael, I don't know. No, come on. Gladys, why don't we get a duty song going? I'm in the duty room, gonna make some poopy boom. I'm in the duty room, gonna make some poopy boom. If I duty in your mouth, will you call a chuckle out? Who's your candy wrapper? If I duty in your hand, would you call me the big man? Who's your candy wrapper? Duty room. All right, Gladys, enough!
Michael, I'm done. That is just...
Wait. I didn't tell you about the food.
You're talking about the duty room, and now you want to tell me about food? You'd eat there?
What, are you kidding? Eat there? You would die to eat there.
It sounds more like if I ate there, I would die.
Moron! Idiot! Are you kidding me? Muska Bubble, do you have any idea of who I'm talking about? What do you think made him famous in the first place?
You're talking about a grown man who questions if earwax is honey, someone who has a voice for his mucus, someone who sings songs about, this is disgusting, and now you're telling me you'd eat there?
I'm sorry, little phlegm. Look, this is Muska Bubble. Translated as the Jewish Buddha. He was famous before he ever came to America.
What was he famous for, his dusty, disgusting habits?
No.
All right. For his compassion?
No.
I don't know then. For performing miracles?
Well, yeah, but that's for another time.
Muska Bubble performed miracles?
Yeah, but that's not what he was famous for.
You're telling me he performed miracles?
Yes, damn it, but that's not what he was most famous for.
You're telling me that a guy who had a voice for his snot could perform miracles and that he was famous for something else?
Yeah, what are you, deaf?
So what the hell was he famous for?
You know, you don't have to curse.
Michael, would you just tell me?
All right. His cooking.
The guy could perform miracles, and he was famous for his cooking.
Oh, you have no idea. He could kick the crap out of any grandmother in the cooking department.
You're telling me he was a disgusting miracle worker and he was known for his cooking. Oh, you never had his brisket, his baked chicken, his coleslaw, oh, his egg salad. You have no idea how the man could cook, the seasoning, the flavor. It was like it came out of God's hands. And in that store, he would cook for you while he was running around trying to get you to smell his earwax. Well, he wouldn't cook in the store. He'd cook at home and bring it to the store. He'd bring stuff in these old plastic containers that he got when he ordered Chinese takeout food. They were probably 100 years old. They were all beat up, had cracks in them, stuff always leaking out into the paper bags. Oh, sounds appetizing. You have no idea. It might have looked messy, but you could smell it a mile away. The whole store would smell this incredible smell. Like earwax. I know, it sounds like a dirty mess, but you have no idea of the love this guy had in him. It just came out, and whatever he did, it was heaven, believe me. He had this one recipe called a knish. Knish? Yeah, a knish warmed to perfection, cut in half with a smear of butter. Then the pastrami. Pastrami he made himself. Not that lean pastrami you get. This was the fatty stuff with fat dripping off the meat. He'd pile on the pastrami, then the homemade coleslaw, and then topped with some spicy mustard, and then a slice of kosher dill pickle. Then he'd put on the top of the knish, cut it in half. You would die for that with a cream soda on the side. Oh my God, you can't get that anywhere on earth but Candyland. I haven't had one of those for 40 years. But he sounds like a cranky, dirty, dusty, not dirty. All right, cranky, dusty person that was a mess. He was what he was, and it was perfect, just like his food.